Mike is 45. He's got one of those high deductible health plans, and on the side of it sits an account he treats like petty cash. Every copay, every prescription, swipe the card, drain it to zero. He has no idea he's sitting on the single most tax-friendly account in America. Not his 401k, this one. By the end of this, Mike turns that petty cash account into a six-figure, completely tax-free retirement fund. And the move that does it is something almost nobody bothers to do. Every other account makes you pick your tax break. A traditional 401k, you skip the tax going in, but you pay it coming out. A Roth, you pay going in, skip coming out. You get one or the other. This account gives you both, plus a third. Money goes in tax-free, it grows tax-free, and it comes out tax-free. There is no other account in the entire tax code that does all three. So why doesn't everybody know about this? Because it's wearing a disguise. It's filed under health insurance. It sits next to your medical plan, and it has the most boring name in finance. Everyone treats it like a way to pay doctor bills. Almost nobody realizes it's the best retirement account they'll ever touch. Use it like Mike does, as a spending account, and you'll throw the rarest tax break you'll ever get straight into the trash. Skip this, and your HSA stays a glorified coupon. You save a few bucks on copay, and that's the whole prize. First, who can even do this? You need what's called a high-deductible health plan, the kind with a lower monthly premium and a bigger deductible. If you've got one, you're eligible, and a lot of people already have one and have never opened the account that comes with it. Don't confuse this with that other account, the FSA, the use it or lose it one, where whatever you don't spend vanishes at the end of the year. This is opposite. An HSA is yours forever. It rolls over, it follows you when you change jobs, and it never expires. Now the shift that changes everything, it's called a health savings account, and that word savings is the trap. Everyone hears it and uses the money to pay this month's bills. But inside that account, you can invest the money in the same index fund you're holding in your 401k. And here's the catch that almost everybody misses. It does not happen automatically. The money just sits there as cash until you log in and actually move it into investments. And most people never take that one step, so their HSA earns nothing for years. In 2026, you can put in $4,400 if it's just you, more for a family. Always check the current year's number. You get a deduction for putting it in, just like a traditional IRA. That's tax break number one. And if you've got a family on that plan, the limit is almost double. Once you hit 55, you can add an extra $1,000 a year on top of that. The closer you get to retirement, the more you're allowed to shovel in. So how do you set this up? There's 3 steps. 1, you've got that high deductible plan, open the HSA, and your employer may just hand you this, or you can open your own in about 10 minutes. Number 2, turn on the contribution and do the step that everybody forgets. Log in and move the cash into investments. 3, start paying your everyday medical bills from checking instead of the card, and leave the HSA alone to grow. Then instead of swiping the card for a $200 doctor visit, you pay that $200 out of your regular checking and leave the HSA money invested to grow. Tax-free growth, that's break number 2. Now, watch what that does over time. Mike puts in $4,400 a year and invests it and lets it grow at the kind of return the market has historically averaged. From age 45 to 65, that's 20 years. That account grows to roughly $200,000, and not $1 of that growth is taxed. So Mike is funding it and investing it instead of spending it. But right now, it's still just a medical account that happens to grow. The thing that turns it into a true retirement account is the next move. That's the move that turns this account into something nobody else's retirement account can do. Now stay with me, because this next part is the difference between a nice medical fund and a tax-free fortune. It's a little weird. It asks you to keep one boring habit going for years, and that's the exact reason this account beats your 401k. Here's the secret the name hides. The HSA has no expiration date on your spending. There is no rule that says you have to reimburse a medical bill the year it happens. So every time you pay a medical cost out of your pocket and leave the HSA invested, you save that receipt. The doctor visit, the dental work, the glasses or prescription, snap a photo, drop it in a folder. Years later, even in retirement, you can pull that exact amount out of the HSA tax-free, and the IRS treats it as a qualified withdrawal. You're just reimbursing your past self with money that grew the whole time, and there is no time limit on this. A receipt from your 40s is still good in your 60s. People have built 5-figure tax-free withdrawals out of nothing but a shoebox of old bills they never threw away. There's also an unlock at age 65. Before 65, if you pull the money out for something that wasn't medical, you're going to pay tax plus a 20% penalty, so you don't. But after 65, that penalty disappears completely. You can pull money out for anything, a trip, a roof, normal living, and it works exactly like a traditional IRA. You just pay ordinary income tax, no penalty. So let's put it together. Worst case, after 65, it's like a 401k, usable for anything. Best case, with that folder of saved receipts, it's tax-free. That's break number 3, and it's the one that makes this account unbeatable. Line it up against your 401k, and the 401k gives you 1 tax break and taxes every dollar on the way out. This gives you 3 tax breaks. Used right, taxes nothing. The same contribution, completely different ending. So let's think about what that really means. 2 people put in the same exact amount, $4,400 a year. The one who used the 401k hands a slice back to the IRS in retirement. The one who used the HSA with receipts keeps all of it. Same effort, same money, and one just kept more. So Mike funds it, he invests it, and he pays the medical out of pocket and files the receipts. At age 65, he opens a drawer full of tax-free withdrawals. Now there's one mistake that quietly kills the whole thing. Leaving the money sitting in cash inside the HSA. Most people open it, fund it, and never invest it. So 20 years of tax-free growth just doesn't happen. An HSA is cash in a checking account with extra paperwork. The growth is the entire point, and it only starts the day you log in and move that cash into investments. If you only do one thing after this, that's it. Remember Mike's petty cash account, funded, invested, and left alone from 45 to 65, that's around $200,000, and because he saves his receipts, he can pull it out without paying a cent of tax. The guy who swiped his card for every copay retires with a coupon book. Mike retires with $200,000 the IRS can't touch. And he didn't have to earn more or save more or take on more risk than the other guy. He just used the one account that everyone else walks right past. If you've got a high deductible health plan, you already have the most powerful account in the tax code. Follow along and I'll keep showing you the moves the wealthy treat as obvious. The receipt folder is where the real compounding happens, and there's a right way and a wrong way to keep it.